When the entire Du family was enjoying themselves, Zin had simply packed his luggage and was ready to leave for Australia. What happened this time made him very passive, and the old man made it clear that he temporarily avoid the limelight, and he could only do it honestly. Before leaving, he called Zhifei and asked, "Zhifei, you and your sister, come to my study." Zhifei was so busy that he said, "Okay Dad, we'll come over." After speaking, he hung up the phone and said to Ziyu, "Ziyu, Dad wants us in the study." Ziyu said angrily, "Go by yourself, I don't want to see him." Ziyu would still find it difficult to accept that her father betrayed her mother and had an illegitimate daughter who was only 1 year younger than herself, so she was very reluctant to see Zin at this time. Zhifei helplessly persuades, "Ziyu, in matters between parents, we are children, so we should not participate too much. You can't cut off your dad because of the small mistakes made more than 20 years ago." Father-daughter relationship? Ziyu said seriously, "I don't want to sever the relationship with him, but I don't want to see him now." "Go and see him yourself." Zhifei asked awkwardly. "Then I will see Dad later. If Dad asks you, what would I say?" Ziyu blurted out without hesitation. "Then tell him directly, I don't want to see him now." Seeing that Ziyu was not joking, Zhifei sighed helplessly and said, "Well, I am going then." Immediately, Zhifei stood up and stepped out of Ziyu's study. The Su family villa covers a huge area, and the whole is more like a castle. Although the family lives together, they live in different areas of the villa. Zhifei went downstairs to his father Zin's study. After knocking on the door and entering, he saw Zin with a sad face and smoke, as if he was 10 years old suddenly. Seeing Zhifei coming in, Zin asked in surprise, "Where is your sister?" Zhifei said awkwardly, "Ziyu is a bit." Zin gave a wry smile and asked, "Ziyu must be very angry with me, right?" Zhifei sneered and said, "She is a comparison axis. In fact, this kind of thing should have been taken care of." Zin sighed and said, "Hey, after that, I failed your mother and your brother and sister." Zhifei hurriedly said, "Dad, don't say that. Isn't it saying that there is nothing right or wrong about feelings, and you don't have to blame yourself too much?" Zin waved his hand. "There is nothing right or wrong about who you like and who you don't like, but after getting married, you really have to be responsible for your marriage and your spouse. This is because I did not do it right. Knowing that Leona is angry with me is justified." After speaking, he said again, "Zhifei, I call you here, mainly to tell you something. Your grandfather asked me to go to Australia to avoid the limelight. I will leave tonight. I may not be able to come back in a short time." "Going to Australia?" Zhifei asked in surprise. "Dad, why did Grandpa ask you to go to Australia at this time? Why are you leaving so hastily? Even if this is a big mess, there is no need to go to Australia, right?" Zin smiled bitterly. "This incident is a scandal between me and your grandfather. Your grandfather asked me to go to Australia. Naturally, he regarded me as the person who was behind the scenes and also asked me to divert the media attention. After I leave, they will definitely leak the news that I ran overnight to Australia, and the media will definitely focus their energy on me." Zhifei said angrily, "Dad, Grandpa did too much in this matter, right? He betrayed Ruoli. If it is really broken, he is an old fox who can betray his granddaughter. He now quickly found a way to solve the immediate crisis, but also to throw you out as a target. This is not justified." Zin waved his hand and said seriously, "Such words, if you talk about it here, don't repeat them when you leave this room. Your grandpa's temperament is like." In his eyes, personal interests must be taken care of first in everything. In the face of personal interests, anything can be sacrificed. He can sell Ruoli to the self-defense force today. Who knows if he will sell one of us to a certain interest group tomorrow. So when you are by his side, remember the words, companion with you, like a tiger. Zhifei nodded gently. Zin said, "By the way, Zhifei, after I am gone, during this period of time, you and Ziyu will accompany your mother, and also help me apologize to her, say a few more good things, and have to trouble you by the way. Help me pay more attention to your mother, see what she does, where she goes, who she meets, and let me know." After speaking, he quickly explained, "Don't think too much, I don't mean to let you help me monitor your mother. The main reason is that I want to try to save my marriage with your mother, so I have to ask you to help. Jufei nodded. Dad, I understand, don't worry. After finishing speaking, he hurriedly said, by the way, Mom said that she will go to Orus Hill tomorrow, and Ziyu and I will also go to Orus Hill? Zin asked, what is your mother going to Orus Hill for? Jufei hesitated and said, Maybe Mom wants to relax, I don't know the details. Zin's expression was very ugly. He knew very well why Leona wants to go to Orus Hill. He gritted his teeth and thought to himself, Orus Hill is where Changying died back then. She has been lingering for Changying over the years. The idea of going to Orus Hill definitely doesn't exist for 1 or 2 days. Here just said to divorce me, then she is going to Orus Hill immediately. Leona, you are too much. In your eyes, do you have a little respect for me? Today, it just broke out that I had an illegitimate daughter out of marriage. Tomorrow Leona will go to Orus Hill to Miss Changying. If this becomes known, where will I put my old face? Thinking of this, Zin hated her very much. Jufei saw that Zin's expression was very ugly. Knowing that he had said something wrong, Jufei hurriedly changed the subject. When will you leave, Dad? I'll see you off. Zin forcibly calmed his mind, retracted his thoughts, and said to Jufei, I have to set off in 10 minutes. This time I was arranged by your grandfather to go to Australia. Your second uncle is often behind the scenes. I am not here. You and Ziyu must be careful of him. Second uncle? Jufei frowned and asked, he always obeyed you, why did he get into trouble with you at this time? Zin sneered. Since ancient times, no matter how many princes the emperor has, he will only choose a prince to succeed the grand prince. In order for the prince to succeed, he will greatly weaken the strength of other sons and ensure that they are unable to rebel. Your second uncle wants to be the prince, naturally, he will do his best to deal with me. Jufei gritted his teeth. The second uncle is polite to you and us on weekdays, and welcomes us with a smile. I didn't expect that this time would suddenly turn around. Zin smiled bitterly and said, your second uncle is a typical smiling fox, with a knife hidden in his smile and a sword in his mouth. This time I was negligent. He seized the opportunity to cheat me. After I come back, I will make him pay.